Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be walking you through how to set your bird camera by the company Wingscape. This is the motion activated bird camera. It's pretty similar to a trail camera, but it's designed for bird feeders, bird baths, closer subjects than a traditional trail camera. So before we get into the settings, I was going to show you everything you get with this camera just in case you're sitting out there thinking about buying it. First thing you're going to see is this little thing. You're saying, what is this? It's basically a tape measure. And you might be wondering now, why would I need a tape measure? It comes in pretty handy. You can keep it in your pocket because when you set your trail camera, unlike a traditional, or your bird camera, unlike a traditional trail camera, you are going to adjust the focus of the camera. So if you need, if your bird feeder is closer, you're going to adjust your focus wheel to a closer range. If it's further away, you're going to adjust it further. And this tape measure will help you measure the distance from your camera to your feeder or bird bath, whatever it is you're looking to put the camera on. So they give you this tape measure, they give you the camera, they give you a cloth strap, pretty traditional with any trail camera. If you're wanting to use that, you would simply run it through the back of the camera. It's optional, you don't have to. You also have a treaded mount at the bottom here. If you've got trail camera brackets or something like that, you can mount the camera as well. I'll also mention this camera runs on 4 AA batteries. They have a 6-volt DC input here if you're wanting to try and plug it in or run it with a solar panel. Aside from that, the only other thing they give you is an instruction manual. I will say this, the instruction manual is pretty simple. It's very easy to follow, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Is I'm going to walk you through the settings of the camera. So let's go ahead and let's open it up. I've already put my memory card in it. This camera runs on a full-size SD card. I've got a 32 gigabyte in mine. And then again, it runs on 4 AA batteries. You have a button over here in the top left. You've got an off, setup, and on position. And then on the right-hand side, you've got 3 buttons, a down, up, and an enter button. If we want to set it, we're going to simply move the button on the left-hand side up to setup. Our screen will turn on. Now, hopefully you're going to be able to see this okay. And you can see your current time. Actually, let me see if I can't get this a little bit closer for you. Your current time and the mode that you have your camera set for. We're just going to go through all of the settings here so you can see it. When I want to go into my settings, I'm going to simply press the enter button. It's the middle button on the right hand side. The very first thing that's going to start blinking is your hour. And then I'm simply going to use the up or down button to adjust my hours. Press enter again, takes me to the minutes. Again, do the same thing. We can adjust our minutes accordingly. Press enter again. It's going to take us to our AM PM indicator. Is our time in AM or PM? Press enter again. The next thing is going to be your month. You're going to be setting your date format. So up or down, set your month, press enter. It's going to take you to the date. Today is April 20th, so I have mine set correctly. Or press enter. Next thing is going to be the year. Again, I could use the arrows if I needed to adjust that. I'm going to press enter. So the next thing is going to be your time duration. When the trail camera gets triggered, how long does it take before it sets itself again? I'm going to show you your different options. Let me go to the very basic. 0 would mean it automatically re-triggers itself. You can set it for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, or back to 0. And this is kind of up to everybody. I'm probably going to use 1 minute or 5 minutes. I tend to have doves that'll sit on my feeder and eat all day long. So to try and avoid getting so many images, I'd like to have a little bit of a delay, but those are your different options. I'm going to set mine to 1 minute by pressing enter while it's blinking. Now the next thing is going to be your mode. I'll show you all the different options by pressing up. Your first option is going to be low megapixel setting, and you'll notice that one image next to the camera. It basically means when the camera gets triggered, it's going to take it in the lowest setting. It's going to take a single picture. I can choose high setting, which is going to be high megapixel, 1 image. You'll notice this option has 3. It's basically like a rapid fire. Whenever it gets triggered, there will be 3 bursts of images taken on a low setting. You can do the 3 bursts on high setting. Or last but not least, you can do video. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put the camera out in video mode as well as high megapixel so you can get an idea of what the images look like as well as what the videos look like. I'm not too worried about the low quality. I'll try and do high quality in video. Press enter to choose your mode. The next thing, this is the part that I kind of got confused with. Everything else made sense. This is basically for labeling your cameras. If you want to give your camera an ID number, you can basically label it. I think they give you 9 options. Is this camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9? Press enter. The next thing is going to be your managed memory. So if you put this on, what it means is when your memory card gets full, does it overwrite the earliest image on the file? If you turn this off, which I'm going to keep it on off, it basically means when my memory card gets full, just stop taking pictures or videos. That way you don't lose anything, but you're also going to miss out on any new chances to get images or videos. The next setting is going to be erasing images and resetting your picture count. So if you needed to, let's say you pull your memory card, you want to reset all the images on your picture, or if you just want to reset the camera count to 0, this would be the option for doing that. I can press up. You'll see there's the DLN and there's the DLY. So if I do delete yes, delete no, basically is what you're looking at. I'm going to go ahead and do delete yes. You're basically formatting your card. And so now everything that's on that card has been erased. I'm ready to put it out and see what kind of quality we get. Those are your settings. That's pretty basic stuff. So now all we need to do is when we're ready to turn on the camera, we would just move the switch to on. In this case, I'm going to turn it off. Let's go get it set up. Then when I get out there and get on the pole, get everything measured, get my focus wheel set, I'll turn the camera on and we'll see what kind of video and image quality we get. All right, so I wanted to give you a look at my setup here. I basically have my bird pole. Now the arm that I'm using, you can buy from Moultrie Feeders. This is the best arm for trail camera use if you have a pole to mount it to. So that's what I'm using here is the Moultrie Feeders trail camera arm. I've got my Wingscape motion activated bird camera, and I am using the Wingscape bird feeder, the automatic bird feeder. This is the best bird feeder I've ever used, especially if you're interested in saving money on seed. So we are going to see how the camera works. Once I get some images and videos, I will attach them.